I was given a video to look at. It's kind of really tearjerker, but it's something that I think we all need to really look at and really, really understand what is being done to every one of us. It is called the Canary Effect. Canary Effect. It's kind of a little bit long, but it is it's more about what was done to Native people, and that is what's being done to all of us right now. Is they try, and most of it behind everything that was done to Native people was religion, and they basically tried to totally destroy their culture, which we are a humanity culture. These religion is out to destroy all of humanity. If you can't see it, it's kind of a global thing now. They tried separating, kids from their families. Um, they've done every possible thing you can do to destroy a person's will to live. They are so far, natives are so far from who they are supposed to be that pain, it causes all of their addictions. That's why, they tend to have alcohol affect them a little differently. It's only because they are living so far from what they were meant to be. They're not living their full potential. And that is what's happening to all of us, is these forces that be, think that they know um, what you need. Kind of getting a little bit of harassment myself the last few days. A lot of people are trying to push their concepts on me. And they're no different than these insane people of what they did to Native people. So it's like, we don't necessarily have to worry so much about the people in charge, the leaders, as much as, it is our cultures, it is our societies that are lacking information as to what it is we're doing that actually supports this kind of behavior. Um, in this documentary, you'll see that even Arnold Schwarzenegger, not exactly the good guy that you think he is. And where is he from? And married who? Maria Shriver, Kennedys. They're not exactly the people you think they are. They would dominate other people. Kind of look at Kennedy himself. He was into drugs and alcohol, as he was using, a drug and alcohol mind to try and be a president, and cheated on his own family. If you could cheat on your own family, you think you wouldn't cheat on your country? Like, if you had zero honesty inside you, at what point do you think that you could trust them to be honest? And Schwarzenegger in this movie was like, okay, Native people were trying to uplift themselves, and started casinos, but Schwarzenegger thought that they were stealing their money and were going to tax the friggin' shit out of a sovereign nation. um, you've stolen everything from natives in the first place, and then when they try and uplift themselves, yep, there's another white person there trying to suppress them even more. And that's what's going on with our globally. um so it's like, when you want to find a leader that's going to help you, it's like, trust, these are your leaders. These are people that are only looking after their own friggin' pockets at all times, and they don't give a shit about you. It doesn't matter what kind of leader's going to be in power. They're all going to even Jesse Jackson just was really, really disgusting in this video. Reverend Jesse Jackson, there's another religion. You know, that's laughing at Native people and the conditions that they have to live through. So um, I really, my heart goes out to all Native people, anybody that's suffering. But at the end of the day, it is like you got to save yourself. Um, if anything, I hope that I can share my personal experience that when you see somebody dealing with an addiction, it is because they are not able to be their full potential, that they are in so much pain knowing that society would find this kind of behavior acceptable, that you would actually do this to another person. That pain is so immense that you will appear like you're mentally ill. You will appear like you're just a bum and an alcoholic. And it's like, no, they are the end result of insanity. If you allow insanity behavior, expect, like this title, a Canary Effect. You know, the patient is not the one that's ever going to be ill. It's going to be the society that creates the illness. And you will never, ever, ever cure your diagnosed patient if you don't fix society that created it. That is insanity right there. You can put pills, but all you'll be doing is, okay, let's give them a pill so they can't see how bad society is, and let's just make them into robots so they can't think, and we'll just tell them what to do and they'll just walk off that plank and be happy. It's like you're doing nothing when you're taking a pill. You're solving no problems while you take any type of pill to block your brain out. The biggest con job that I've ever heard of is these chemical imbalances. It's like, yeah, your brain will have a chemical imbalance if society is dysfunctional while you're trying to be normal. You know, like, our medical world is where the insanity is, and it's all about profit. It's not about good health with our medical systems. It's about giving you a pill so they could profit, and giving you a pill so you'll blank out any recognition of any type of problem in our society. Society doesn't want to know it's wrong, yet it's all collapsing. So I'll put a link on this video. As I say myself, that I try as hard as I can to follow my own personal advice. And I am in process. It takes an awful lot to, as soon as what was done to me, it's like, oh, okay, now I know what was done with Native people. Now I know what was done with African Americans, anybody in color, anybody that's dealing with any form of prejudice and is being suppressed and harmed. It's like, as soon as it was done to me, it went flash in my mind of, oh, okay, now I understand where you're coming from. And I'm sort of, you know, when you're saying that you can't wake other people up, it's like, people won't wake up until it happens to them. As long as they have their stuff, as long as they think everything is peachy keen, they won't really connect with the experiences other people have. I didn't. I seen that it was wrong, but I didn't really live my life in a way that made a difference to change that for anybody else. And then it just made it grow to a domino effect where it ended up affecting my life, which means I know damn well it's still a domino that's still going, that's still going to affect everybody that still has their stuff. They're going to lose their stuff and don't even know it yet, and it's going to hit them, and they're going to be in pain and need drugs and they'll be doing exactly the same thing that Native people have. All of us will be going through the exact same thing. Our anger, our frustration, our outrage will cause so much pain that you'll do anything to relieve that pain, or express that anger, or express that rage. And the only thing you do when you're rageful, anything negative, is destroy yourself and destroy your world. So it is like you do gotta pick yourself up and save yourself. And we all have these voices in our heads that tells you the difference between right and wrong. I personally have been listening to my own voice. I know my voice is telling me do some workouts, go for a walk in nature, morning and at night, create a future doing what it is that I love, meditate, and surprisingly, well, first I gotta say, even though I had all of these voices for the past year, I mean, as soon as I started doing my channel, which is more of a diary, I knew I had to work out. Got to do some yoga. But if you can see, I'm not really doing that. And it's like, why am I not following my own advice? Why is it that I have these voices in my head that say, Judy, you should be doing this, 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 and this, but yet every day I never do it? We all have those voices. We all totally ignore it. And there's a reason why you ignore it. And you're still trying to put things in place that make sense as you build another path for you to take. Which that's where I was. I followed the advice up until, like, first of all, I had to develop the confidence because I lost all confidence in myself. So that's why I started this channel, is to see, can I build up my confidence and believe in myself again? Been a year, lots and lots of loving people that have really helped support me, and I'm feeling a lot stronger within myself. And now, I mean, I don't even have an urge to smoke this morning. That is the last thing I kind of want to do today. Kind of following the path. I'm not perfect yet, but today is the goal to get everything done that I'm supposed to get done, that my head's giving me all this advice to do. I'm going to follow all of that advice. It's not being done in the order that I want it to be done. Clearly, because I'm making a video. My rule is going to be, do not put any videos up until you've already accomplished what it is that you want to accomplish. So my times aren't really there yet, but hopefully tomorrow's a new day. I'll still get it done, but I want to make sure I get it done in the right order, so it'll come. I'll get it done. But check out this film, and it really, really will open your eyes to an understanding of what's going on. Not only what has happened with Native people, but also what's happening with us. And I mean, it's been how many years and nothing has changed. We do need to try something completely different. And that's why you really, really got to help yourself. You've got to find out what it is your purpose is. Know within you that you are here for a purpose. Even if you were native on a reserve with no opportunity, there's no difference than me. I have zero opportunities. Our economic systems are crashing. But I'm going to focus on building something completely different. And visualizing something different, and trusting in my universe to want to support something completely different. And we have to jump into our own personal change to be able to create a totally different path that doesn't destroy us all. So it is ultimately, look at the advice you give other people and follow your own advice. Know your full potential, and then unfold your your fullest potential, which is what I'm trying to do. Check out that video. Peace out.